everybody. Welcome to the Digital High Podcast. This is Donna, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Vince.
Hello.
Vince. How are you, Vince?
I'm doing fine. You sound so happy to speak with me.
Well, I'm
Okay.
faking it. You're used to women faking it, I'm sure.
No, they usually just lay there and be quiet.
They don't even try
Yeah.
to fake it.
But no, I'm out in LA, so there's a lot of bootleg actresses, so they were actually pretty good at faking it.
They're kind of convincing,
Yeah.
are they? Okay, and also joining us this week again is Aaron. Hey, Aaron.
Hey!
Hey. Thanks for joining us again.
Oh, very glad to be back.
Awesome. It's always nice to have someone new around here to help, be the buffer between Vince and me, because, working with Vince, it's just hell.
You love it.
What?
You love it.
I don't. I really don't. What's new and exciting in your life, Vince, besides women faking it?
Nothing new. Like I told you before, but I guess I got more into politics and history, but I don't think that we should talk about that here.
No. But it's good that you are interested in history. We'll
It
see
just
that.
I wasn't the most optimistic person before, but just going through history isn't really helping that either.
Vince,
Yeah, I mean, just seeing how the UK and US have just fucked over every country. It's just kind of sad and hilarious at the same time.
See. And Aaron, how about you? Anything new and exciting outside of the gaming world that we should know about?
What was the movie I just saw not too long ago? Oh, the G.I. Joe Retaliation. I finally saw that. That was a real winner.
Was it?
Was it bad? That's the
Oh,
one.
God. It wasn't terrible, but I mean, it was just like a normal Dwayne Johnson, The Rock kind of movie. It's just, a couple of chuckles here and there, a lot of action, guys shooting guns, beating each other up, and,
Did you see the first one?
Curvaceous women and stuff like that.
Did you watch the
What's
first G.I. Joe?
Yeah.
It was better than that, right? It couldn't be worse than that.
I'd say about equal,
Oh,
honestly.
boy.
But, I mean, you look at G.I. Joe, the cartoon, how can you really make that something serious?
Yeah.
I mean, even Robot Chicken kind of nailed it. The weather dominator kind of things like that. It's like, really? Really? How are you going to turn that to a serious movie?
It was
Come on.
it could be okay, dumb fun, like what it's supposed to
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. And it's got, Dwayne Johnson and Bruce Willis, which makes me happy.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the movie, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do so.
Yeah.
But, I see those two. It's like, maybe I'll catch it when it's,
Yeah,
on
that's what I was
cable.
thinking. It's like one of those HBO, Showtime, whatever. If I see it on a premium channel, I'll probably stop and watch it.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, I haven't been up to much, just working. The joints are doing better. I can start gaming again, and I'm excited. And I finished I know! Woohoo! And I finished the tattoo I started 3 weeks ago. So that's good. It's all done. It's just healing. It hurt like a motherfucker. Even worse this time than last time.
But they're worth it. They're so worth it.
Yeah. Well, this is the only one that hurt. The two on my shoulders were easy, super easy. But this one, on the hip and the lower abdomen,
Ooh.
it stops right about, not even an inch above where a natural pubic hairline would be.
Ow.
You know what I mean? So yeah, a little tender,
Jeez.
but.
So you're getting a tattoo on your
good.
bladder, basically.
No, but no, on
Oh,
the
okay.
side. It's on the side. Yeah. So, but anyhow, it looks good, and it's almost done healing, and I'm so glad. And then I can get another one probably in December, but not in that area on the other side, because that shit. But I might get one on my upper arm.
Is a tattoo
next.
of what again?
It's some flowers that represent strength.
Oh. Flowers?
Oh, I
Cool.
can.
You should have got
Yeah.
a stag or
Flowers.
something, Donna.
Oh,
stag.
what?
You watch
Deer.
Game of Thrones. You
I don't
know
wanna
what a
get
stag is.
I know what a stag is. I'm not going to get a stag there. I want pretty feminine tattoos. I don't want a stag.
You remind me of the grandma Tyrell when she was like, they got lions and wolves and we got a fucking rose as our house symbol.
Yeah. That's okay.
They're beautiful and deadly at the same time.
Right, they're thorny. These are not roses, though. But I can show you at some point.
Yeah, show me.
I'll throw on a can and show you. It's not like you're going to see anything, you know.
No.
Like, but anyhow.
I thought you would be my first.
On.
Okay, go ahead.
What?
Thought you'd be my first pair of boobs.
Oh, God. I'm going to show you my boobs.
It goes in between, right? It starts.
My boobs are not that fucking low, you dick.
The nipples are the petals, and then the down is the ground.
Fuck you. You suck. No.
That would really hurt.
Anyhow, before we move on, I just wanted to I wanted to say that I like the new format that we're doing. We're kind of doing like event, like podcast now. So
even though this one really isn't an event, but
no, it really
yeah
isn't. But hey, every once in a while we decide to get together.
If Donna and I miss each other too much, we'll be like, fuck it, let's go back to the old schedule where we talk about how Nintendo's stock went down and how Activision is doing something stupid.
Yeah, like Vince and I, you know that couple you see running in slow motion in the field towards each other? That's what we're doing right now.
Is it?
Except that I have like a huge katana, and I'm gonna like stab you.
Ouchie.
It's a love-hate thing. So, aren't you glad you got dragged into this? Like fuck this shit. Anyhow.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's not an event podcast this week, but
yeah, our next
the
one
event
will.
is each other. Yes, you know PAX is just a few weeks away, except I'm going to be there. So
okay. Wasn't PAX like 2 weeks ago?
PAX East was in March.
PAX Prime's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, I have my birthday over PAX. It's awesome. It's fun to celebrate with all my friends in Seattle.
That would be cool.
It's cool.
But yeah, our next one will probably be if we can get good fan listener questions, will be like a listener focused podcast. Like so if we get a lot of good questions, we'll do that. Don't send anything boring or strange. Don't ask us what like Donna's cup size is or anything. So we want good questions.
Don't ask me mine either. That's private.
Yeah. Yeah, because that would be an event if we got a lot of kick-ass mail from our...
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be about games. This is like we shifted from a gaming podcast to more of a just... I hate saying geek culture, because I don't consider myself geeky or nerdy, and I don't like social labels, but just the easy way to say it, since we switched from video games to geek culture. So if we don't do the fan mail next, it might be an Elysium spoiler cast. I haven't talked about that with Donna yet. I just
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
We'll have another podcast within the next like week or two, either fan mail and or Elysium.
Sounds awesome. So yeah, fan mail. So yes, ask us anything except my cup size.
And Aaron.
and
Aaron's cup size.
Mine too. Come on.
I'm sorry, Aaron. Sorry. Anyway, send all your questions to me at donna@entertainmentfuse.com. And if you send them on Twitter, that's fine, but could you just do a hashtag like EFQA for Entertainment Fuse, Q&A? EFQA hashtag. That'll make it much easier for me to find them. So that would be really cool. Yeah, you can ask Vince all kinds of rude questions. That's thoroughly approved. Like, dear Donna, is Vince really an asshole? Yes. Yes, he is. Now they don't have to ask. Let's move into the show. First item of business is the Xbox One decided... Well, first let's do there's going to be no mic coming with it, but there is going to be a mic adapter that they're creating so that we can use last gen microphones and stuff too. So there's that, which to me that's not a big deal. I mean, that's good. I don't want to go out and buy a whole new headset.
I mean, but the thing is, that adapter, it should either come with it or they should give you a new headset. Because like, it's really, I'm assuming that's for people who have like expensive like Turtle Beach headsets or something and they don't want to have to go get a new one. And for me, someone who has like the cheap ass made in China Microsoft headset that came with it, like I wouldn't buy the adapter because like the adapter's probably be 10 and a new headset's probably be 15. So what's the point if those are the prices? I don't know. But so I mean, if you have an expensive headset, then getting adapter makes sense. But I mean, that's one of the dumb things Sony did with the PS3, like not including a headset. So most people on PSN don't talk, or if they do have one, they have a Bluetooth headset that's way too sensitive to do gaming. So you just hear them breathing, you hear them clipping their toenails, you hear their mom yelling at them. You just hear awful things on PSN. Yeah, and for very different reasons, you hear awful things on Xbox Live, but not because of that.
Not bodily functions. Well, sometimes.
Yeah. But I mean, so yeah, Microsoft took one of their strengths and just made it a weakness, which it seems something they've been doing lately. And then they kind of went back and said, okay, oh hey, we have this adapter. They said that like a few days later.
Yeah, it is kind of shitty that it doesn't come with it, that you have to pay for it. But hopefully it's not too expensive. And they're always proprietary, so you can't just go get any adapter. You have to have the special Microsoft Xbox fucking adapter.
Yeah, but with the current one, you can just put in any audio jack, can't you?
No.
Isn't it made like any other like headset?
No. Okay. It's got that one little prong in the jack instead of like normal ones that have two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you say so.
Give it a few months and you'll see like knockoff third-party stuff probably.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. I'm sure. I mean, everybody makes a knockoff like Mad Cats or whatever. But, okay. Anyhow, so you're gonna have to get an adapter, or are you just gonna get a new headset?
I'll probably get a new headset as long as they're reasonable price.
All right. How about you, Aaron? What are you gonna do? Do you have like a nice headset, or do you have the standard one?
I've got a nice one actually, but it's been lasting me for a long time, so it's not like the nicest Turtle Beach one, but it works well. This is what I'm using right now actually, so it's kind of universal. Mm-hmm. I can use it for like whenever I'm recording or talking to buddies online or when I'm on my 360. But in all honesty, I can't say too much on it because I have zero plans really to get an Xbox One.
Oh, okay.
It just too much of the flip-flopping around. It's like, oh, we're going to do this, and all the huge controversy about how they, the rumors about all the stuff were proven true, and then all of a sudden they said, oh, okay, we won't do this, and now it's like, what are you going to do, really? Let's get this stuff in set.
So are you getting a PS4 this year, or are you just waiting?
No, I'm going to wait. I'll get like a Wii U probably this year so I can have
Why?
Well, I want that like casual.
What the hell are you thinking?
My fiance, she's well, I mean, come on. You're talking someone who's good at games, very good at games, and then somebody who's not. So I got to have some, you got to give the person in the household, a chance.
Oh, God.
I know. I see the axe gleam over in the corner right now, so I know I'm not going to make it for tonight. But, oh, well. But no, it just seems like a neat little gimmick kind of thing, and I mean, it'll be cheaper probably this holiday. I bet Wii U, you'll probably see a price drop, and there'll be some neat games
in a Wii U at all. I probably spent maybe 3 hours with my Wii, and I've had it for
there's
4 years. I probably use it for 3 hours. So and the Wii U looks even less appealing. So I have no. But I mean, maybe it should just be a different podcast. But I will say I'm more excited for the Xbox One right now, just because there's no PS4 launch title that I want to play. Because Killzone's never been good. I don't care about driving games, and that looks like it's for kids.
Okay then. I have Turtle Beaches too, so I won't be. I'll just need an adapter. But when
It's fun. You gotta catch up with us here. You're not part of the Turtle Beach
had
Club.
Turtle Beaches before. They I had like, you know how they have like kind of like leather, and then they have like that itchy stuff on the inside. I didn't like that. Like it made my ears sweat, and it was itchy.
Oh, it doesn't make me itch, but that's interesting.
I think it's comfy.
I'd rather just have I want one ear covered anyway. I like one ear being covered.
Oh, see, I can't stand that. I can't hear well enough. Like when people talk to me, I'm like, what? I want both of my ears covered. So, you know, when my Turtle Beaches die, I want to get myself like some Astros. Those are friggin' nice. I like Astros. Okay. The next one is still Xbox One, and they have decided they keep kind of backtracking, don't they?
But isn't that good in a lot of ways?
It's excellent.
Depending if you agree with them or not. Going back to our Reversal podcast, not everyone liked the original Reversal.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like the change. The next big change I want is they say you don't have to have the Kinect actually plugged in. Because last I heard, you have to have the Kinect plugged in for your Xbox to work. Like that's really the one big dumb thing that's still left with the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they've. I think it's good too because really that's capitalism. It's like we decided what the market will bear. We're like, fuck this. We're not going to do this with your DRM shit. We're not going to. So, yeah, they have to backpedal. If they want to sell units, they're going to have to backpedal.
I mean, that's a good reason why Sony's around. Even I doubt Nintendo's putting pressure on it, but obviously Sony one-upping them this is good for gamers in general. I mean, the same goes back to like this gen. Like PSN would be way worse if there was no Microsoft and no Xbox Live, and there'd probably be no Killzone if there was no Halo, or at least there would be no Killzone this generation if there was no Halo.
Right.
Would that be a problem if we didn't have Killzone?
I mean, there are millions of people who like it. I don't know who any of those people are or why, but it does have a fan base.
Yeah.
I have one friend who really loves Killzone. I started playing Killzone 2 and I never finished it.
I tried both of them, and this generation I couldn't get through them.
Yeah.
I'll have to finish it. I can't remember. Oh, it was my ex-co-host Shell on Pink and Deadly. She hated Killzone 2, and I thought that Little Big Planet was boring, so she and I did a mail exchange. I sent her Little Big Planet, and she sent me Killzone 2. Here, take it.
I mean, to go back to the indie stuff, Pulps, I do kind of wonder, or just for my gaming taste, not the industry overall. Looking at the industry overall, obviously this is good news, since there's more avenues for creative people to make games and make money, all of that. So I understand that, but for my taste, like this doesn't do anything for me. Because I'm trying to think like if any indie game I've ever liked, and I think Bastion is really the only one that this is the only indie game I've ever liked. Limbo was okay.
Limbo's fantastic.
Limbo's okay, but I mean, it's just for my taste. Like indie games being there or not doesn't really do anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's some indie games I've liked, but
I wanted to like them. It's almost like, I mean, it's the parallel to like indie films. Like I want to like indie films, but most of them have this, pretentious, artsy, overly artsy vibe too. I mean, that's one of the reasons I didn't like Braid. I going to games that have a big fan base and we don't get why. Like I don't get what the big deal of Braid was. Like I'm not saying it was a bad game, but it was just like whatever.
I didn't think it was that great. I wasn't into Braid either, but I thought Limbo was fabulous.
I thought it was better than Braid, but
I thought it was fabulous.
Haven't tried either.
Oh, you should play Limbo. It's so good. Play both. Play Bastion and play.
Oh, I played Bastion.
Oh, okay.
I like Bastion. I think it's very cool. I've got Braid on my to-do list, and Limbo I still have yet to try.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good, in my opinion. But there's a lot of commentary there that's not said that I really appreciated about it. So it's that pretentious artsy thing that.
Yeah, I'm not saying all of them like that, but some of them are.
I like indie films though, so
I like indie films as far as documentaries, but not as far as actual films. Not too often.
Not Full Moon Entertainment or Pictures or whatever. Oh, good God.
I don't know, but I've liked a lot of indie films.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, like I said before, it's good for the industry, but for my personal taste, I don't really care that much.
Right. But yeah, I'm glad that they reversed that they're going to allow.
Yeah, that was a dumb decision anyway. I want to meet who's planning this bullshit for Microsoft. Like, you could have just given me like $500,000. I could have told you all of these problems would be problems beforehand. Like, these executives are these probably asshole Ivy League executives really don't have any touch on reality when it comes to gaming. I mean, I think Sony having Mark Cerny, who's like a gamer and developer and seems a really smart guy, and touch is one of the reasons why. Obviously, there are other people working for Sony too, but it's probably one of the main reasons why Sony didn't have these big woes. Like, Microsoft was just possibly listening to suits too much. I'm not there, but it seems that way. This is just common sense stuff.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, it's like I was about to say, just like I said before, it was leaked about all these rumors about the Kinect always had to be on or always on 24/7, and it was not a very small group of people saying this is really dumb if they follow through with this. Hopefully all these rumors are false. And you can't tell me it was quote-unquote leaked. It's just like a trial basis. Like, hey, what if we did this our next console? Would you guys like it? Nobody likes this. Well, we're going to go through it.
But if it was leaked, then what would be the point of them leaking it and not listening to anyone until after E3?
Yeah.
I don't know if I mean,
it's like, are they just blind?
Maybe it really was leaked. Maybe it wasn't purposely leaked.
True, but then there's still not, like, these weren't on small sites, like, we're not talking, nothing itty bitty. Like, these made it to, like, 4chan and Reddit, and other people started talking about it. You could probably easily find it on YouTube way back when. So, I mean, it's not like it was impossible to find on these small websites. This was starting to make, kind of a bit of a headway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't get it either.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good news, and I guess it's $100 to publish. That's what I read. Mm-hmm. Is it? It's $100.
I read something similar.
Yeah, not too bad. Not bad at all.
But
so,
I mean, I'm curious how they'll handle it though. Will it be like a just messy indie corner or like self-published corner, and like the way they've handled the UI for the dashboard hasn't been too great. So I'm wondering how they'll handle that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, because it's like they're doing this so reluctantly. How accessible are they gonna make this stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are they just paying us lip service and just slapping it up there and it's going to be like really shitty? Hard to say. We'll see. But yay for more indie games, because I think that's where a lot of good ideas come from, and I think that's a good thing.
Yep.
So, okay, so speaking of indie publishers, Fez 2 was canceled.
For now.
For now. It's interesting because I had a friend on Facebook just a few weeks ago she was like so excited. Oh my God, Fez 2, yes, I'm so excited. And then just, not long ago, I see Fez 2 canceled. Like, what? I'm so confused. So apparently, okay, help me with this, guys, because I just got completely caught up today.
I could start it off.
Oh, okay, fine.
Okay,
sure.
basically, I'm not sure what people like their title to be. I don't like saying gaming enthusiast or journalist. I'll just say critic. A gaming critic on game trailers was doing their like video podcast, and they were talking about the reversal of like the indie self-publishing, kind of like we just did. And he started off by kind of attacking Phil Fish and Jonathan Blow, the guys who made Fez and Jonathan Blow made Braid. By saying how I mean, they were basically, those two are always saying like, Microsoft is screwing indie devs. They're making mistakes here and there. They're very outspoken, like on Twitter and other places.
Right.
And then when this reversal happened, certain sites were trying to get a quote from them or get their opinion on it, and they wouldn't talk to anybody. So and basically this critic in the video was, he called them, he's basically like, oh, these tosspot fucking hipsters they only want to talk to us when it's convenient to them. Like he was splooging a lot of personal insults and professional insults and just all this other stuff. And then basically it started a Twitter fight between him and Phil Fish, and that ended up with him saying, "Screw the gaming industry, I'm done."
Yeah, which was probably a very no good decision is ever made emotionally.
I thought you would say on Twitter.
No, well, probably
that as well.
But yeah, I mean, when you're that caught up emotionally into something, that's a bad time. You got to wait for logic to kind of step in. You got to like push back and say, okay, what the hell am I doing here? But yeah, there was this huge Twitter fight, and I guess that I don't know exactly how it unfolded on Twitter, but the first one that we're looking at this exchange kind of. We're only seeing like half of it. We're looking at some of Phil Fish's tweets. And he did something, he did a mention to game trailers and said, real nice guys, real nice. I'm assuming that was just a direct response to what he had heard. I don't know if anybody said anything to him before that. I'm assuming not. And then that's where it all hell breaks loose, I guess.
Well, after that, I think like two tweets later is when...
Yes, yeah. When he starts addressing annoyed gamer person, like directly.
Hey,
so,
fuckface.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be a new greeting to people.
I call you fuckface all the time behind me.
Oh, great.
I'm kidding. I do have people that I call fuckface regular though, as like a term of endearment. But he didn't mean it as a term of endearment.
But I mean, before we started recording, Aaron, it's like you were probably a little bit passionate about this. I want to hear your take on it.
Yeah, because here's my thing. Who the fuck is this beer guy? I mean, seriously, who does
that's
he
his
think
last
he
name.
is?
He's just not randomly calling him beer to the list.
Anheuser-Busch? Guinness? Like, he's got, like, the only reason people are going to remember his name is because he's named after fluid that makes it possible for Coyote Ugly one-night stands to take place. That's it. I mean, this guy's a nobody. He thinks he's, hot shit, and it just outright pisses me off because the stuff I want to be a part of, he's a part of it, and it really just pisses me off because you've got to try and stay objective, and yet he's like, he attacks the guy. He does not attack the situation or the content or the topic, nothing like that. He goes after what he calls blowfish and calls them wankers and something like that. Now, wankers we think is a cute term of endearment or something like that. There, it's not something very cute.
Isn't like basically fucker?
Yeah, that is basically the equivalent of fucker to him.
I don't know what the equivalent of tosspot is. I don't have...
A tosspot is basically like, a dumbass, I think.
Oh,
yeah. So tosspot and basically hipsters, I think, over there. I could be wrong. I'm not British, obviously.
I thought
but hipsters. Well, no,
yeah,
he had a very noticeable accent, but like the fact he says tosspots, that's definitely that ain't American by close, and I'm not knocking the word at all, but it gives him a different set of a different dictionary basicly as far as insults. So hipsters over there may be something negative altogether.
Isn't that a negative term everywhere? Really?
No. Well, not America.
In America,
just people,
When I say hipster, I always mean it negatively.
Well, yeah, because that's what it's kind of thought as. But then, it's like it almost. I'm gonna say almost. It's almost like the N-word. It's kind of like that's what they would call each other.
That's a pretty big goddamn stretch.
No, because that's what I'm saying. It's almost because they're trying to demean the word to make it seem like it's not an insult. It's like I'm a hipster. I'm cool. Because I have an iPod and all these other Mac stuff, and I play the freaking guitar or whatever. But I mean, here's the thing: what about Phil Fish says he's a hipster?
Right.
I don't know, and like that's what I mean. This guy, he just goes off and starts calling them names like a child, It's like, really? I mean,
But the thing
right
is,
there.
I don't think there is a
Phil
good
Fish-
guy in this situation, though. I don't think there's necessarily a. There's
Oh,
no.
no.
Cause I know a lot of people have been taking up sides, especially for Phil Fish. I don't. And going by these tweets, I don't, like Donna said, I don't know what Annoyed Gamer said back to him.
Yeah.
But just going by these tweets, I can't say there's a good guy or that there's a victim here.
Yeah.
Well, neither way, because at first, I don't want to say Phil Fish was a victim at first, but like, here's the thing: when you attack a guy in which you're going after his livelihood, basically. You know, before Fez, what did he have really? I mean, I don't know how much.
Was he a
if at all,
developer? Okay.
Yeah, but how much, if at all, was the video game or indie game, the movie, sort of staged or scripted or any of that kind of stuff? Or, like I said, if at all, if it was not all, Phil Fish had like a really crap situation he's put in. I mean, he had this game, his baby, for God's sakes, and he almost didn't get a chance to at least display it at PAX. And if you didn't get it then, he probably wouldn't got it all at all. And he was already in the border of like, if I can't do it now, I'm just going to kill myself and end it. I mean, so the guy is severely depressed. You don't attack a guy who's
I mean, that's not the problem
depressed.
I have from Beer's angle. I actually agree with the overall thing he was trying to say, or he did say. Then he made a personal attack.
He just said it the wrong way.
I mean, it wasn't even, he took it to such a personal
attack.
level. The thing is, like, he is right that if these two guys are saying like anti stuff about any company, I don't care if it's Microsoft, Nintendo, or what, they're saying anti things about something, and then it gets reversed. It is somewhat required. I mean, just by common sense, or just by, you know, for your fans to say what to give an update on what you think that opinion is. Like, once
what about the legal things then? All of a sudden, if they have to say anything, and all of a sudden it's like, if you guys say anything about this, we're going to sue your ass. Literally, right then, what are you going to do? Are you really going to risk everything you have?
I mean, they can just say that's good news, like every other developer said. I mean, to me, that's almost like, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, if someone's like, well, you know, fuck the Wolverine movie if it's PG-13. If it's PG-13, screw it. Then they come out and say, okay, the Wolverine's rated R. And then someone says, okay, what do you think about the Wolverine being rated R? I have no comment. Like, you can't do that.
But that sounds like a legal thing. That sounds like someone came up to you and gave you legal papers saying, we've got on contract on you. If you say anything about it, we're going to sue your ass.
But why would they have that, though?
Why not? I mean, how many people, like, I'm not going to name names, but I know there's companies that, you know, they do, like, through YouTube, and I will not say it, but they've been known to actually put people on contract and really screw them over the contract. Contracts have been known, not always, but have been known to screw people over.
When you sign an NDA, it's usually for something specific. Like, they can't say, he might not be able to say, okay, Fast 2 is coming to Xbox One, but he can still say this reversal is good news for indie developers. Like, there's no, I don't think there's any NDA that's encompassing as far as you can't even general.
Well, it could have been something like that at all. They could have said, well, if you do say anything about it, then we're not going to allow it on Xbox One. Why? Because we're Xbox One. We're Microsoft. We can do it.
You can't just make that.
Exactly, but that's the thing. We don't know the details. That's the problem.
The thing is that this is how I see it. First of all, I want to say that tosspot, when I heard it, I had a specific idea of what it meant, and I was fairly close. I looked it up. It means a drunkard or a masturbator. So there's that. Second of all, if I had, let's just say I do have that. I'm Phil Fish and I have a contract that says I can't say anything. I'm not sure I would go the route he did in these tweets in that case. I might just say, whatever, we don't, you know, I can't discuss it, whatever. I don't think I would go to...
I don't think this is a good assumption, man. Let's not even bring the whole, he's got this magical NDA that stops him from giving his opinion.
Well, no, okay, so we'll put that aside. But here's the thing: both guys, in my opinion, are both wrong. They both handle it wrong. I mean, he went out and attacked him. He's the one. I don't want to say he started it all.
I mean, he
started the fire.
I think what he did was severely unprofessional, especially for this to be from this, you know, this big mainstream, you know, in my opinion, kind of lame corporate site. I mean, this is a fucking MTV / Viacom site that's getting millions of dollars pumped into it, and here he is making personal attacks against two developers. I mean, that's not professional at all. Like if he was like Screw Fest is a hipster game, then I could stand by that. But saying Screw Phil Fish is a hipster game and he's this and that, then like you said before, that's a completely different thing to say. Like he went after these guys, which is something you just don't do. Especially, it seemed like he was just biased. It seemed like he actually like met these guys and hated them. It doesn't seem like it just came from. You could tell this seemed biased. Very personal, like from his end. Like he met these guys and was just like screw them.
Yeah, it almost seemed like it was a personal vendetta, almost like as if he was honestly jealous. That's the thing I got from it all. It's like he like indie game in the movie and all this stuff, and Fez does great, and so on and so forth. And who is he? People know Phil Fish, but I don't even know the guy's first name. I remember it's Beer. That's it, because it's the easiest freaking name to remember.
I mean, millions of people do go to game trailers. I don't go to game trailers too often, but I mean, there are.
I never go to game trailers, but still, it's like I don't watch Spike TV or anything like that, but I know who Jeff Keighley is. I don't really watch. I stopped watching G4, but I still remember who Adam Sessler is. There are names out there, and it almost seemed like this guy was like, I'm gonna start stirring up the kettle. I'm gonna put a fire underneath this. I'm gonna get my name out there and be a bigwig, and all of a sudden, be somebody, and all of a sudden stand out from the crowd. And he did it like an asshole.
I mean, I do think it was a vendetta, but I don't know if it came from jealousy or anything like that. I think his persona. Even looking at his Twitter name is Annoyed Gamer. I think his persona, or maybe his real personality, I don't know the guy, is being that grouchy, cynical, almost like that guy from Sisty Menace. I forgot his name, but like that old school like reporter, grouchy, everything's bad type guy. Yeah, maybe that's his personality or his persona. I don't know, but I think maybe that's why he went so hard at it. But either way, he did it unprofessional and just tacky thing. But I mean, looking at the Fish side of things,
very bad too.
Oh yeah. Oh good God, yeah. I mean. Where's the one big one? Here we go. Compare your life to mine and then kill yourself.
Yeah,
but that's the same thing like you talked about before, Donna, which he kind of it was out of spite. It was spur of the moment. I mean, you can tell the one we're looking at. It's 1 hour. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It goes on. They're all marked at 1 hour.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on, that's a lot of tweets to go on. That's more like a conversation at that point.
Absolutely.
So I mean, that's spur of the moment. That's when it should have been.
He would have looked Beer would have looked way worse if Fish had been the big guy and just said, my word speaks for itself. I don't have to talk to you when I don't want to. But like one of his actually worst ones was, where was it? And you're right, we're very successful and we're not going anywhere. Get used to it, you middle-aged parasite. Like, I actually think that's one of the words, because it's almost the equivalent of like when LeBron, lost the championship, 2-3 years ago, whenever, and he said, well, it's time for us to return to our real lives, and basically, I'm a millionaire, and I got this, and you guys have to go back to your boring day jobs. Like, I mean, that's easily the equivalent of what Fish, just said there. And I think that's just insanely arrogant.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, I almost like it. This is just my opinion here, and it almost seemed like because of what we know about Phil Fish, you can almost do a psych evaluation from the movie. He's not 100% balanced. He is very emotional. He's very quick to do things. He was on in front of the movie. And basically, if Fez didn't do well, he was gonna kill himself, and he looked dead serious. This guy
I haven't seen the movie.
I haven't seen it either.
See the movie. I mean, the guy, you feel bad for him, and I'm pretty sure he says, like, what if Fez doesn't do well? I'll kill myself. And he says it like that, just completely straight face, not like he's joking, but it's because he's got he does not have the best life, he doesn't have the best setup, if I remember right, it's either him or the guys that did Super Meat Boy, but I think it is Phil Fish. It's like, what would I did if I had the money? I'd give them the money to my parents so they could pay off their house, and all this good, generous stuff that just an honest Samaritan would do, someone that's actually kind-hearted. and just a guy that you can tell he's struggled. So here you have a guy that's probably imbalanced, very emotional, very prone to making quick decisions and making irrational claims like that, and then you go out and attack him. You can't tell me for 1 second you do not expect some backlash from that, for the guy to literally explode in your face.
Right. He's got a short fuse. He has a short fuse, period.
Oh, without a doubt. It's like the same thing of going down to a gym, finding out the biggest roided out freak going down there, and saying, you've got a small dick. And not expecting this guy to literally just get in your face and ready to throw you through a wall.
Right.
I mean, come on. But that's the whole thing to me. It just seemed like beer was like, I want my 15 minutes of fame. I want, more publicity, something like that. But that's my opinion. And I know, because I can be in a bit of an attention whore myself. I know it. But I wouldn't go to that lengths of like saying, I know this guy is chemically imbalanced possibly, very prone to making irrational decisions on the spot and lashing out without a single thought to it. I'm going to
I think he just genuinely, I don't want to say hate, but I think he genuinely just dislikes him a lot. Just going from his body language and his voice and everything, he clearly just has contempt for this guy.
Yeah, you could tell from the two guys sitting next to him, they're kind of looking at him, and it was almost kind of like, dude, calm down a bit. Like, it's subtle. It's very subtle, but they were like, they didn't talk at all. They didn't agree with him. And the one guy, he tried to disagree with him, but he did it in such a almost coy manner. Like, he was, I don't want to say afraid, but it's just like, he didn't want to be like, I completely disagree with you, and here's why. It was like, I'm going to kind of
have a slight rebuttal or something like
Yeah, it was something like that. It's like,
I was like, rebuttal, don't punch me.
Yeah, don't hit me, don't throw a chair at me. It almost seemed that way. It's like, we get it, you're out of the three guys at the table, you're probably got the most weight amongst you, but that doesn't mean to throw it around.
And in these tweets here, Phil Fish says, just a tweet, not mentioning anybody, he just tweets, I don't believe in the high road. That's kind of obvious.
As someone who's also stubborn myself, part of me likes this guy. Part of me, as someone who's a stubborn, and some might say a jerk, I respect his honey badgerness of doing this, even though it is childish and is immature.
Yes. It's just, if he would have taken the high road, he had been...
He doesn't believe in the high road.
I know.
Yeah, there is no high road.
But it's funny because there's some people in this exchange, he retweets people, and one of them he retweeted says, anyone I've ever spoken to, and that's plenty, Phil Fish has ever been associated with have nothing good to say about him. So...
And that's very mild to the one that's below that from the guy Bobby Johns.
Oh,
that one
is
just
horrible.
Wow. What's that one?
That
I don't see that one.
About being a cocktail.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to say it?
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Never mind. You don't have to do that one. But they
I was about to say,
they can Google this stuff. They want to read it themselves.
Yeah, it was just like, I read that and I was like, wow, really? And but I mean, it doesn't help that we don't know who this Bobby Johns guy is either. Because he's got the plain old Easter egg kind of thing for the picture. So
what if some 10-year-old who just wandered into the conversation? He didn't even know what was going on.
Well, I would be surprised at how some of this generation's turning out. They're little, dickheads at times.
Okay, so
I want a T-shirt that says "I don't believe in the high road." Now that I think about it, that'd be
and just the high road's collapsing, and you're walking on a gravel road, and you got sledgehammer taking it out.
I would really just buy that T-shirt. I would spend I would spend $30 on an "I don't believe in the high road" T-shirt. That would be awesome.
We'll do it. So now we don't know, I mean, of course we wouldn't know, but Phil Fish, you say, is a little bit... We don't know if he's really got some sort of instability issues or if he's just got a short temper, correct?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything against the guy, but I mean, you can tell, there's something. Either he's short-tempered or, there's something off about him.
That's usually the case for the artistic types, though.
Yeah, they're very.
passionate folks,
They can be sensitive. Sensitive is the term I was looking for. They can be very sensitive because, like, that's why you've got to attack their content, not the man, because then that's constructive criticism. You know, if like
that's how it should be anyway.
If you're a professional,
being
it should be that way. Not if you're some 12-year-old kid on a forum, then that's different.
Yeah.
But so okay, because sometimes people. I don't do this. I'm going to say that right off. But I know people who, when they know that there is someone who has a short fuse, they'll fuck with them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. My best.
I don't think he was trolling him though. Like I said before, I think he genuinely just disliked him and he wanted to get off his chest.
Right, and it sounds to me that he has a short fuse too. Annoying gamer.
It's annoying, not annoying.
Oh, he's annoying.
That's not his name.
Yeah. No, I
think he said
gamer.
annoying game.
No, I said annoying gamer.
That would be a good username though. Fish would agree with that.
Yeah. But annoyed gamer obviously has some issues too if he doesn't know how to draw that line. So they both are characters. Let's just say that.
And if Fish is this emotional, then maybe he just said in the heat of moment and he'll come back to Fez. I mean, since fans want it, I'm hoping. For me personally, I haven't played Fez 1 because it didn't look that interesting to me, so I don't care personally. But since people out there want it, I hope they get it.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I don't know. I just can't imagine someone who loves their work that much would just say, okay, fuck it. This one guy's going to make me. This one guy.
I mean, he's been attacked by other people before, but it's just that this situation, that video that was the catalyst for this specific situation wasn't really that big a deal to me. I mean, I like suppose it was unprofessional and tacky, but what it blew into, he turned a grenade into a nuclear bomb. Like, it wasn't that big a deal.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on it. This is almost like gossip.
No,
so
yeah, exactly. So anyway. Interesting stuff, anyhow.
Yeah, thanks, Twitter.
We'll see what happens.
Twitter. Ruin another career.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. Next story is the GTA multiplayer. I'd like to buy it now. The multiplayer. Yeah.
Yo.
What up, player?
Is that your new? That's your new greeting? I'm going to say, "Hey, fuckface."
What up,
hey,
player?
Yo, fuckface.
What's good in the hood?
Don't do that. But anyway.
When the black dude tells us to not do that, we should follow it. Okay, the GTA multiplayer wish list. It was teased that there was going to be multiplayer.
Yeah, I mean the last one multiplayer, but it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And I mean, certain things about it were good, but like the gunplay didn't back it up. But the free roam mode with other people was interesting. Red Dead had it too.
Oh yeah, I never played Red Dead multiplayer.
That could have been really cool if it was more populated, with like maybe like side quests to do or like more bandits to fight or something. It was kind of empty. But
more than 4 people at a time would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, but even that 4 players in that world with stuff to do would have been fine.
But it's too big for only 4 people. I mean, if there was 40 or 50, that'd be something different.
I thought I remember more than 4 anyway.
I every time I played, the most I would ever see is 4 or 5, and the problem is I'd keep on killing people and they'd leave right away.
I want to say it was more than 4 for the free roam co-op thing, but I don't remember. It was years ago.
Yeah. So, anyhow, they teased, I guess, a new style of game.
Yeah, it almost looked like Battlefield. Like, my first impression was like Battlefield just because the jet, and then this open world. I mean, a Battlefield feel to this would be really cool.
Yeah.
Well,
because it looked like they have destructible environments and stuff too.
Yeah, that's cool. So this is the wish list. I haven't played a GTA game in years. I might get this one though because I just like open world games and it looks good. So, but so you guys are the ones who've played more than I have more recently. So what's your wish list for the multiplayer?
I mean, I think they should kind of go after what APB, All Points Bulletin, was trying to do years ago, but on a much smaller scale. Like I would love character customization. Like maybe have pre-existing gangs. Like maybe there's so-and-so gang and there's another gang, or maybe gang and law enforcement, and that way it has like this persistent world to it, so you can like kind of see who's winning, kind of like what Mag tried to do, and what
PlanSide 2's got.
I don't know, I haven't played, but if you say so, or like what Chrome Hounds did, as far as like just different factions, and you see who's controlling what and who's winning. Like I would. There's something that really is basic, but hasn't been in a lot of games, and I think that's a good carrot on a stick. Like if you can make me, and it seems like that's why EVE Online is so popular, because they make you believe, or they make you care about the faction that you're in, and obviously they can't have something to EVE Online's depth in this. But I mean, just having like 2 or 3 pre-existing groups and having us fight each other and keeping track of who's winning and stuff like that. I think that plus the gunplay seems improved. They did show Franklin shooting a little bit, and that looked better than GTA 4's gunplay. So I mean, just different stuff like that for me.
How about you, Aaron?
I wouldn't mind actually kind of to go off what you said, Vince, and honestly be able to make it so there's like 3 default gangs, but then after a while, when there's more people can actually sort of gang up, I guess, and make their own gang, and then all of a sudden it's like a player controlled situation, and they kind of run their turf. And it'd be kind of nice, like what I said about PlanSide 2, in which the cities kind of divide up into each of those sections, like they did with San Andreas, and which it kind of makes it a little more fun and a little never ending, in that you're always fighting for territory. You know, you never know if so and so is going to sneak in here and then say put a bunch of tags up on your street, and they just all of a sudden take it over, and it's literally right there on spot without you realizing it because you weren't paying attention. And it'd be nice if they had sort of things from class-like games, brought them in here, but not make it class-oriented. So, like, you could, say, play a medic, but you could be your own medic. So you could have a medic with a sniper rifle if you wanted to, and kind of mix and match certain things. So, like, you wouldn't play Soldier 241, you would play the guy you would play as in that situation if you had the choices. You've got all these open-ended, what gun do you want, what perks or skills or whatever they might call it, have like 2 or 3 things that would allow you to be different in some way. Like you're able to heal your buddies by giving them food or drugs or whatever, and you can
say
use
no
the
to
defibrillator.
drugs.
Yes. Say no. Just say not in GTA.
But yeah, I mean, I do want that experience. It seems like that's what the Division and what's the other one, Destiny, might be going for, and that on a much smaller scale, and the GTA multiplayer would be really interesting.
I really would love to see them capture like urban warfare, like literally see walk into the game and then almost see I hate to use the comparison, but Judge Dredd situation, in which you see 2 apartment buildings and people are shooting at each other from different floors of it, and they're using those apartment buildings almost like fortresses in order to attack the other one, and they're always trying to sneak in and little things like that, and it's like a makeshift capture the flag or King of the Hill situation just randomly occurred just because Gang A took this side of the street, Gang B wants that block, so they're trying to get across the street, and all of a sudden it becomes like this little rampage of guns and fire bombs and Molotov cocktails and grenades and rockets and everything.
Yeah. Donna, do you care about anything in particular?
I I can't really say because I've never really played. I mean, like I said,
I mean, just from an
so
open world multiplayer in general, is there anything you would want?
I can't think of anything offhand.
Tattoos.
I did that in Far Cry.
I mean, they should have like I said, customization. They should have clothes, and I mean, when Saints Row used to have multiplayer, they did a pretty good job as far as like having an online clothing store and tattoos and all that other stuff. And I think when it's third person, I think it is important that you have that customization there. I mean, like when they first announced Destiny, I said like it being first person kind of hurts it, so you can't see your character. Like I think the third person it matters way more how you look.
Same thing with Skyrim.
Yeah, even though because that game looked ridiculous in third person, less so than Oblivion, but still.
I've never really played. I don't think I've ever played an open world game multiplayer, so I really just don't know what the trends are there to even know what to change. To be really honest with you. So. Okay. Sorry, I don't have more.
Where's your imagination?
Fuckface.
Oh God, it's a Twitter war.
Donna, look at my life. Then look at your life. And then fucking kill yourself.
I'm depressed now.
That's terrible. I can't believe you just said that to me. The next one is the Batman Arkham Origins multiplayer reveal.
Yep.
Which is like
so
3 versus... Yeah, I'm like, it's kind of convoluted, but granted, I only learned about it this evening, but it's like 3 and 3 versus 2, so 3 of like Joker's gang or thugs or whatever, and then Bane's, Bane's, and then against Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically almost like 3 versus 3 third person shooter. And you have Batman and Robin playing normally with like the combat and gadgets and from above and darkness on the map too.
It'd be interesting to see how they're going to balance the mechanics with that. I mean, because the entire time everybody's going to be, a smart team. Like, okay, you're looking up top the entire time. You're looking behind us, and I'm looking forward. And it's like, how are Batman, Robin, when they're on like the gargoyle statues or whatever they're automatically invisible. You just simply cannot see them. Are they going to go cheat?
I mean, the thing is, they're fighting people on
like
the ground too. Though. They can't just look up because it's 3 guys on the ground.
That's where it's like is going to be player skill based though, because like the one thing Robin pulls out the shield, it's like, well, in that case, I would be like shooting Robin's feet off at that point. It's like, I'm not going to be a moron. Darn it, I can't seem to shoot through this indestructible shield. Whatever will I do? I'm just going to let him.
But he probably has like flashbangs or something, and then you have to worry about someone from another gang shooting you in the back or shooting. Or we got to keep an eye out for that too.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like I said before, it reminds me of Spies versus Mercs, but it's added like another faction into it. Or so I think. I think at least they do something interesting. At least it's not, just not another arena mode or just not team deathmatch. This is something different.
Yeah, and they have to take over like outposts and stuff too, right?
I don't remember.
Points probably.
Okay.
Because it looks like maybe like Batman and Robin are like going into a gang-controlled territory thing, so it might be, 2 different things. Either they're, the gang's trying to take over the place and Batman and Robin stopping them, or, this is already gang hideout and Batman and Robin trying to take out the gang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
The only thing I really hope for, in all honest, I'm not too hype about it because to me it just looks. I haven't seen anything that makes it stand out from other shooters and whatnot, or other team-based kind of games like this for online sake. But I just really hope the whole draw is not the fact because it's 3 different teams at the same time. Like, I hope that's seriously not like the biggest draw. It's like, oh, it's 3-on-2.
I think the big draw is
three.
is different gameplay elements. There's a third person shooter.
That's what I hope.
And you have like this third person action game happening at once.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I'm kind of just lukewarm to the game in general. Like, it just feels like the Gears of War Judgment or God of War Ascension equivalent to the Batman series.
It just kind of needs to die.
I mean, I don't think it'll make it. I don't think it'll make it
die.
I think all those franchises are going to keep going, but it just feels like a placeholder sequel as they do something else.
Right. I don't mean for it to die outright, but I mean there are just certain times a game's franchise series, whatever, just needs to kind of die off, because otherwise you get to the point with Final Fantasy where it is. I mean, now it's gotten ridiculous. Because you gotta be careful, because after a certain point, it's like, where do you go from here? You know, we've already gotten to the point now they're going backwards. Now it's an origin story. It's like, you need to be careful, because you got to watch over the story. You got to make things make sense. It's got to flow well into it, and the timeline as far as gadgets and setup has got to make sense.
I mean, when I was at E3, they showed like a kind of like a just private theater thing of a level or two, and I mean, it looks just like, I mean, it looks like any other Batman game. It looks like Arkham City basically, but it's snowing, and it's Christmas or New Year's? I think it's Christmas Eve. Yes. Yeah, I mean, that was it. Like, if you told me that was Arkham City DLC, I would have been like, okay. Like, I wouldn't be like, no way, or, you know, surprised or anything. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like I said, just it feels like a 2.5. It doesn't seem like a 3.
Kind of like a Revelations.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said, like, this is their judgment. This is their ascension.
Yeah. Right. Well, we'll see. I hope not, because I'm excited for it.
I'm not really excited for any of these late. What's the phrase we're going with? Cross-gen, or wasn't even cross-gen? They're just like late current gen games. Like, I can't say I'm not really. Yeah. I'm somewhat excited for GTA, but I like the last Saints Row a lot, but I don't really care about Saints Row for whatever reason. I don't really care about Batman. I don't really care about, for whatever reason, Splinter Cell either. Even I don't know why. Maybe I'm just getting tired of gaming. Or maybe because we're going through a drought right now.
Splinter Cell
the summer drought. It's the summer drought. It kind of makes you just have to like go back to good games, and you know, come fall and winter, you know, you're gonna see some pretty cool stuff.
I mean, I am excited for Battlefield. I am excited for some stuff. It's just I'm not excited for these late current gen games.
I'm excited for Splinter Cell, of course, and Watch Dogs. And no, it's not just because I work there, but I think they both look really good. And GTA looks good too.
I mean, I think really GTA is the front runner, like out of the games that haven't came out yet as far as quality.
I don't know. We'll see. Watch Dogs has me pretty excited, so. I don't know. I think it looks cool and different.
3 open world games in the same quarter.
Oh, God. I'm never going to get them done, with as long as it took me to finish.
Any game.
Far Cry.
Really, you can say any game right there.
Well, lately, it hasn't been so good.
It takes down about 3 months to beat a game.
That's not true. That's not true. Okay, so the next one is Bioshock Infinite DLC, which I'm going to buy when I get done here, because I really want to play it, because I loved Bioshock Infinite.
You're talking about Burial at Sea or the arena mode one?
The below the sea is the one.
Okay. Because there was an arena mode that came out this week for like $5.
Yeah.
Burial doesn't come out yet, I don't think.
I don't even know if they said it was this year. They just said it later. I don't think they said a year.
Yeah, just said later.
I'm talking about the one that returns us to Rapture.
Burial at Sea.
Yeah, Burial at Sea, the 2-parter.
So.
It's interesting they chose to go with a gameplay focused one first for the one that came out this week, because some of their quotes were weird, because they almost made it sound like people loved the gameplay of BioShock and the story got in the way and I would say it's the opposite.
Opposite.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think the gameplay was bad.
Yeah,
I just didn't.
It's just plain with a really interesting narrative.
Yeah, that is strange. I would not have said that either because the story was fantastic. And yeah, the other one is Clash in the Clouds, and it's like an arena game, like you said.
And that one doesn't really seem like it's worthwhile.
Nah.
It seems boring. I mean, why? That should be almost like an included thing. It just, you're gonna get what, maybe an hour or two actually replay value out of it. After that, it's just like rinse, repeat.
Yeah, my initial thought was if that had co-op, I might be interested in it.
Yeah.
Better, yes. I
yes,
so that way, I mean, this is one of the things I love about Mass Effect's multiplayer, like the way you can mix powers. Like if you do, cryo, then throw, you have a cryo explosion, and so on. So if you could do the water squid, I forgot the names, and like throw them up in the air, then someone can do a Bronco and push them. Like if you could like mix powers in co-op, then that would have been really cool. But just saying, there was just cut out shit from the campaign. They cut out levels and scenarios from the campaign. It's almost like a single player Spartan Ops, which does not sound appealing to me at all. But Burial at Sea sounds fun. It sounds like, my initial thought was, I was like, you guys should have went somewhere else besides Rapture. I get this is like the prime of Rapture rather than it falling apart, so that's interesting. But I would have liked another world, especially since the end of Bioshock, and I don't know if spoilers for that are still going, but just the parallel universe thing opens up sequels and DLC to anything. So they could have just gone to another world instead of Rapture. But I mean, I'm still
they did. They wanted to grab the people.
Yeah, it's definitely probably fan service to a degree.
Yeah, they were. I didn't get into the first Bioshock, so I'm kind of excited to take a good look at Rapture because I didn't do a whole lot of that.
Yeah, and is it part one? You're Booker, and it's like, I guess, the more traditional shooter, and then part two you play, I'm not sure mainly or only as Elizabeth, and it's more of, from what I heard, more of a survival horror game.
That's what it sounds like. I don't think it's set in stone yet, but yeah, they're gonna make it. Like you said, and it's going to be Booker, and then you're going to switch characters, which is a really gutsy move. I'm actually, that makes me excited.
Yeah, I agree. I can't wait. I got to download that shit, man. I got to buy it. I got to do it. want. So,
and was there, I don't want to say spoilers, but was it just me, or was there weird that there might have been like a little sexual tension in that trailer between them?
Oh God! Here we go.
No,
again.
I'm serious.
I did not.
Wasn't his daughter?
I just said I didn't want to do spoilers, so thanks for that.
Are we opening up like a whole Star Wars, like old kind of thing right there with Luke and Leia? Are we just like turning this into a different version of that?
We might edit that part out. Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah, I did not get that. I think they were doing it in that typical 20s film noir sort of thing that they...
I'm just the way she like grabbed his hand when he had like the flame came out, the way she was looking at him. I'm just saying it was weird. There's a little bit I don't know. It seemed like it might have been a little sexual tension.
Well, I don't know. Ben, sorry.
Look, Donna, we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
I just don't think that was the
case. I just wanted your opinion, Donna. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging you.
Fucking judging me.
I'm not
Aaron
judging
agrees.
you.
He knows what's up.
Wait, what?
yeah, he's like, what the hell? Don't drag me into this shit.
What am I getting pulled into? I need an adult. I don't feel comfortable.
I mean, Rapture has Alabama rules, so.
Oh, God. That's cousins, dumbass. One thing I want to mention real quick before we go is that I dearly, dearly loved Alice Madness Returns. And American McGee is doing a Kickstarter to get funding for the next installment of Alice, called Alice Otherlands. Otherlands, and it looks amazing, but there's only 66 hours left remaining in the campaign.
Are they close?
So, I don't know. Let me look.
Link it.
It's just Kickstarter. Just look for a Kickstarter for Alice Otherlands.
I mean, maybe they already made it.
It is... Let me see. Pledged of... Their goal is 200,000. They've got 160. So, yeah, you should definitely... Here's the link for you guys. It's Kickstarter.com/projects/spicyhorse/Alice Otherlands. Yeah, it's huge.
/long URL / give us money /200K.
So I would just go to Kickstarter and look for Alice Otherlands, and
it sounds so good.
Because I mean, am I right, Aaron? Oh my God, Alice Madness Returns.
Oh my God.
I totally hope.
She looks so badass. A royal blue knight available for purchase as an add-on. I don't like the purchase for add-on kind of thing, but the art style looks really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the kind of thing I'm surprised it's not going off the roof, because this is one of the few things in which everybody can agree. This is an empowered female that's like fighting some really cool looking stuff. So I mean, this is. Yeah, this has got, because I remember I like the platform part of it. I've never had a single problem with it. The people that I know do, I usually say you suck at platforming. So, not trying to offend any people out there, but that's just my opinion. I love like how you fight monsters in different ways. I've always liked the puzzles. I love the design of it all. I always thought it was pretty cool. Like her dress would change, considering what world she was in.
Yeah.
Oh man, like the art style is amazing.
It was a stunning game. The gameplay was decent. I mean, it was a good game. I could see how some people could think it got a bit repetitive. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I also like beautiful, like really again, you can't tell me that's
would
not
I like
right?
it, Donna?
I think you would like it, Vince. I think you might say it gets repetitive, but I think that you would like it, and if you appreciate beauty. And I'm not just talking about good graphics. I'm talking about beauty.
Is it more repetitive than Alan Wake?
No.
No, not even close.
No. You should definitely play Alice Madness Returns.
Yeah.
You definitely should. I recommend it. It's fantastic.
Okay, I might check it out.
Yeah, just rent it. You can get it really...
Is it a full game? Is it like it was a full 6 hours?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Full game.
I thought it was
like
a download thing.
No. This is a sequel to American McGee's Alice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
like
fantastic.
A lot of people still like. I don't know if it's still true to this day, but I know some people say you can skip American McGee's Alice. It's okay, but
I didn't play it.
Yeah. You can just go straight to the sequel. And to me, I never was really attracted to American McGee's. I thought it was a very cool concept, but. Like, it hasn't aged well. This one still looks really good.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that, like, the Vorpal blade looks like a kitchen knife.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks really cool looking. Like, everything about it. Some things are cute, but it works with it all in the situation. Like, how she hiccups when she's, like, the Lily Bitty.
Water. Yeah.
Yes. And, I mean, it's cutesy, but at the same time, it works for the game in that situation.
Dark.
Yes,
it's
very dark.
Up. I mean, it's dark.
Cheshire Cat is fucking stuff of nightmares.
Yeah,
sounds interesting. Isn't that book about a girl on acid? Or no?
I think it's you mean the actual Alice? I think it's more like the girl who had either very creative imagination or she had some really messed up stuff in her head.
Yeah, I think it was an imagination thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But the Alice, she's, crazy. And that's why they call it Alice Madness. I played Madness Returns. Then I decided I wanted to play the first one, and so I bought it, and I couldn't get through. It's so frustrating because it's so old and outdated, so it's not worth playing. The second one is amazing. Play it.
Okay.
Yeah, you should. It's really like one of my favorite games ever. Seriously, it's just stunning. So, So anyway, I wanted to push that out there too, that there's this great Kickstarter for Alice Otherlands, and people might want to contribute because there's only 66 hours and they need,
$40,000.
$40,000.
Under 40,000, but still.
Yeah, about 35. So do it. Do it. But that's it. I'm gonna close this bad boy out if that's cool with you too. Okay. All right. You can find us at entertainmentfuse.com. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/entertainmentfuse, twitter.com/entertainfuse. You can find me everywhere at Evil Pixie Gur, except on Twitter, I am at Frank Queen. And you guys don't do the social media stuff, correct?
No. Yeah, obviously.
Not so much.
Yeah, so you didn't want to share anything, right, Aaron? Or did you?
No, I'm okay.
Round of the fan mail.
Well, yes. Please send fan mail. Ask us questions like we mentioned before. Send them to Donna at entertainmentfuse.com or tweet them with the hashtag EFQA and ask us anything except mine and Aaron's bra size.
Please, we're lonely.
And we're just going to do a show answering your questions, and they don't have to be gaming related. A whole show for you guys, the valued listeners of Digital High Podcast.
And some women. There might be some Peak and Deadly people still out there. Some women out there.
That would be good. That would be nice.
No questions about that, though. No questions about Donna's dark days before she found me.
Oh, God. My happy days.
Before she found her shepherd.
My fun and fancy free days. All right, guys. Thanks, and we will be back in a week or two, hopefully. Bye.